It's the 12 Days of Stitchmas, and on day 4, my true love gave to me, let's take a look. Oh, it's a Santa. Okay, here are all the pieces of my cute little Santa. There's his hat, his face, his beard, and this is the stitching insert for his beard. Then you have his mustache, the top of his hat, which, you know, that has all the lines in it. Then this is the ball of his hat. Then you have his cheeks, so you can add some color to his cheeks, his nose, and his smiling mouth. So cute. Let's get this cut out. Okay, here are all my Santa pieces, and this one's going to be pretty easy to stitch because it's just the beard. There are long stitches. We're not going to be stitching anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that quickly. It's probably only going to take me a minute or two. And this Best Ever craft tape is really good for holding down that first stitch on these longer stitches. So I'm going side to side because that will help me waste less thread. And I'm using DMC white. See how easy that was? Love it. And then I am just going to run my thread through my last stitch and make a knot. Okay, to put my cute little Santa together, the first thing we're going to do is put on the cheeks, because we can't really do much else until his face is put together, like that. And the cheeks should follow the bottom line of the face there. Then we can go ahead and put the beard on, making sure that we get a lot of adhesive on there so that it really sticks down. And again, this will follow the line of the face, just like that. You can wiggle it in place too. And then I'm going to put an acrylic block on that while I put together the hat. So this one is pretty self-explanatory. You just put the fuzzy bits on the hat, and if you die cut this out with felt, that would be really cute too. I'm just using all Spellbinders paper here, and you can see what colors I used in the video description below. There we go. Okay, now back to the face. We are going to put the mustache on next. Just like that. And then just under the mustache, I'm going to put a little dot of adhesive, and that's where his bottom lip will be. And then we need the nose. So we're just going to put another little tiny dot of glue, and we're going to put his nose right there above the mouth, just like that. We can put his hat on top, and that's going to be kind of stuck down here and here. I'll put a little bit of adhesive there, but it's mostly going to be sticking on the top of that beard. Let's see what we can create with him. Okay, so I have the Santa all ready to go. Remember how our day 3 of Stitchmas dies included the ho ho ho, and the big one was the stitching one? Well, I just cut out the smaller one. And what I'm going to do on this card background is kind of a cutout situation where I'm going to take the negative, so the shadow layer, and I'm going to cut the shadow layer out of the card background, pop it up, and then put this on the white layer underneath. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of get an idea of where I want these to be placed. I know I want this shadow here, one kind of over here, and one here, and the Santa can kind of layer up on that. Then I might stamp another sub greeting. So let's start die cutting this out. So in between each one, I'm going to go ahead and put my Santa back on so I can get an idea of where he will be. So I'm going to put this one right about there. And then my final one will go kind of in this area here. Okay, so there is my background panel. The question is, do I want to emboss it? Okay, I'm going to use the Peppermint Stripes embossing folder. Again, I love this one for all things Halloween. I love the very simple diagonal line, and I think it's going to look great on this card. So I'm just making sure that this is nice and straight before I run it through. And there we go. We have that nice pattern on our background. Gives it some extra texture and extra interest. Okay, so I'm going to use some foam tape here to add to the background. All right, so you can see here how deep that makes those cutouts look. It's really cool effect. And then we can place our words right in the middle there. Isn't that so fun? I just love that detail of those words cut out with the shadow and then the script put in the inside. And then we can place our Santa right there. I was thinking of using the clear stamp and die of the month from July. Now, there is a phrase that says, "Believe in the magic." And I thought that would be a fun one to add here. So I am going to stamp that out and die cut it with the strip die included on the coordinating die. Okay, so I'm going to place my sentiment here, just using some liquid adhesive. And I want my sentiment kind of tucked under the edge of my Santa Claus. All right, let's let him dry for just a minute before we add some extra embellishment. Okay, I'm using the Silver Mix Color Essentials gems here. We're just going to add a couple little groupings. And there is our day 4 of Stitchmas card featuring the cute Stitchmas Santa. Thanks so much for joining me as I shared day 4 of Stitchmas 2024 with Spellbinders. I hope you enjoyed this project, that it inspires you to open your own day 4 and get creating with it. Be sure to check out all the links to the products that I used in my video description below. Hit subscribe if you want to see more, and give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, and happy creating!